Good morning and welcome to Awaken October Challenge. Today is Wednesday, October 17th. It is 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time and a beautiful, beautiful good morning to you all. Another day. So, an interesting little thing that came up this morning already, and I would like perhaps, if you're participating in this challenge or you find yourself doing this meditation, it's not just about the meditation. It's about how you carry what comes through the meditation into your daily existence, into the whole of your day. And I would ask for today that you take a look at your Facebook posts. Take a look at the messages that come, with the pictures. Just take a look at the sayings. Look at them a little deeper. Pick them apart a tiny bit. There was one this morning that Kelly had commented on about, if it's a hard day, just realize there's better days coming. And it sounds really great. And if at the level you're at, that's all you can do is hold on and realize there are better days coming, then that is where you're at, and that is perfectly okay. Sooner or later, though, one day you're going to come to understand that there need not be hard days and good days. They are indeed just days. And even days is simply a label. Our definition of our day, our perception of our day, the way we think about our day determines our view, our judgment. Drop judgment, surrender, and hard days disappear. So do good days. They all simply become days. And in that, the natural joy of your inner being comes out, rather than depending on external environmental circumstances to determine whether things are hard or good. Everything simply becomes what it is. Much more freeing. Something to think about deeply. And, take a look at your posts. Take a look at what you're writing in your post. Take a look at what other people are writing. And look deeply. The point is not to pick it apart. The point is to see if it, on its surface, actually serves. And if that's where you're at, where you still need bad days and you still need good days, that's totally fine. One day, though, in either this life or another, you will come to understand that there need not be any judgment at all on the day. So, use this example. Look at your posts closely. Do not look at them with unconsciousness. I notice it's very common. I see Kelly do it. She'll read 3 or 4 lines and go, oh, and hit the share button. Take a deeper look. Part of your spiritual growth, part of coming to a higher level of conscious awareness is introspection, looking deeper at the way you think, not paying attention to that surface layer, taking a glance at the surface and then diving deeper within, looking for the source. This morning, as this whole week leading up into the weekend is all about, we're going to enjoy another relaxing, hypnotic induction. Now, I want to be perfectly clear. A few people, including Kelly, fell asleep last night. And that's perfectly fine. It is okay to fall asleep during these hypnotic inductions. The sound of my voice will carry deep into your subconscious mind. And even as you sleep, in that suggestive state, things are beginning to happen subconsciously. It's like, when you have a a ball. Let's just say we have a ball and it's a layered ball. Let's call it one of those big jawbreakers. Do you remember those big jawbreakers when we were kids, when we were young? You could barely get your mouth around it if you had one of the big ones. And yet, every time you licked it, if you kept at it, a layer peeled away. Another layer peels away. And you know sooner or later you're going to fit that whole thing in your mouth and you're going to suck on that jawbreaker, and each layer will get peeled away, and sooner or later you'll come down to that central core. Well, our journey is very much the same way. And the point of these meditations is they help peel away the layers without our conscious involvement. The perceptions, the way we choose to think, our habits, our programming is slowly being subverted at a subconscious level. And it is very helpful. So with that, we're going to begin again this morning. I would ask that you bring your attention to our static image. Again, I don't want to use a fast swirling one and make everyone feel like they're ill. So for the remainder of the week, make the attempts you can to do these meditations in the most comfortable position that you can be in. It's okay to lie down completely. It's okay to be reclined. It's okay to do it sitting up. It is not important whether your spine is in perfect alignment. What is important is that you are in alignment with yourself. Stay balanced. Stay relaxed. And we're going to see, I may have just been kicked off the page here. We're just going to give it a moment. Listen. Don't try to figure out what you're listening to. Just listen. Listen the way you would eat, the way you would taste something. Is the food too salty? Not salty enough? Or just right? Is it too sweet or not sweet enough? Or just right? Just listen. Around you this morning is a universe of sound. Just listen. Sound is only the movement of air at your eardrums. Just listen. After a while, it may get hard to tell if you're listening or you're being listened, or who's listening to what, or what's listening to whom, or who's listening to whom, and what's happening, what's listening to what. Just listen. just listen. While you're listening, notice the pressure of gravity on your body. Feel how it tugs at your feet and your legs and your wrists. Feel how the pressure of gravity pulls at your shoulders and your back and your neck and your head. Feel the sense of gravity on your arms, the weight on your hands. Notice how the tug of gravity on one set of muscles reflects itself in the muscles that are associated and connected with those muscles. Notice how you're not aware of this all at the same time, but that sometimes you are aware of gravity in one part of your body and sometimes in another. And then your awareness shifts to another part. It forms an endless cycle, endlessly moving with your attention, endlessly changing, always different, always recurring. Look closely. It may get hard to tell whether you're pushing down on the chair or the chair is pushing up on you. Just feel the gravity. Just feel it. While you're feeling the sensations in your skin, while you're listening and feeling gravity, notice your breathing. Notice how sometimes you breathe deeply and sometimes not so deeply. Sometimes you might even stop breathing for a few moments and then continue to breathe again. Allow yourself to focus on the image and just breathe. Your breathing, too, is an endless cycle, endlessly changing, always different, never the same, yet always recurring, always repeating itself. Don't identify with the breath. Just breathe. Breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Don't try to breathe out. Just breathe in and let the air escape all by itself. Allow yourself to gaze deeper and deeper towards the center point of the image. Spend a moment and just breathe in. Feel the air. Allow your lower lip to lie up against your upper teeth so you can see how the air feels slowing over your lip. Notice how when the air is in the back of your throat, it seems to form the sound ah. When it is in the middle of your mouth, it seems to form the sound so that as you breathe out, the air seems to be saying, ah. Notice how these sounds cover the whole of your mouth. Rest here. Just listen. Every breath, an expression of that divine conscious vibration. Who is breathing? Are you breathing? Are you being breathed? Who's breathing what? And what's breathing whom? Don't identify with your breathing. Just breathe. Just breathe. And while you're here, listening, noticing gravity, breathing, notice your feelings. feelings of joy and feelings of sorrow, feelings of anger and feelings of peace, feelings of tension and feelings of calm. Thousands of feelings for which we have no names. These too come and go. They come and they go in an endless cycle, endlessly moving, endlessly changing, always different, never the same. Don't try to identify with them. Don't identify with them. Just have them. After a while, it may be hard to tell if you're having them, or your feelings are having you, or who is having what, or what's having whom. Don't try to identify your feelings. Just feel. Just have those feelings. Just have them. Deeper, deeper within. Just watch. While you're feeling your feelings and watching your thoughts and listening and breathing and noticing gravity, notice also your drives, feelings of hunger, feelings of thirst, sexual needs, satiation, needs for air, the need to use the washroom. These things come and go just as your feelings do, just as your breathing does, just as everything in this physical realm does. Sometimes your feelings are strong and sometimes they're weak. Sometimes they occur separately, sometimes together. Don't try to identify with them. Just have them. Just have them. Now open your eyes and look deeply at the image before you. Look the way you listen, the way you feel or taste or smell or breathe. Just look. What you are seeing is just the impact of light on the receptors of the retina. Just look. After a while, it may be hard to tell whether you're looking or you're being looked, or who's looking at whom, or what's looking at what, and what's looking at whom. Don't try to identify what you're looking at. Don't identify with what you're looking at. Just look. Just allow yourself to look. Maybe what you're looking at isn't real. Maybe you and what you're looking at stand to one another as the walls of a cup, and what's real is the space between you. Don't identify with it. Just look. Just look. Allow yourself to relax. Deeper and deeper within your being, you travel. Just rest. Just rest. Notice how your sense of self comes and goes. Sometimes you are aware of your physical form. Other times your psychological or mental self. Sometimes both. Notice how you don't pay attention to all of you at once, but that sometimes you focus on one part of you and then on another part. Or perhaps you might move to the first part again. This too is part of an endless cycle. Endlessly changing, always different, never the same, but always recurring. Your experience of yourself shifts too, just as your attention shifts. Deeper, deeper within. All of these cycling, recurring, revolving, ever-changing experiences in this physical realm are just that. Your experience of yourself is ever-changing, always fluid. Deeper, deeper within. Further, further towards that unchanging light at the core of your being. Let go of the external. The external world is an ever-changing display, a simple reflection of the light that you produce. Go deeper into that light. Rest here in this light. Just be. Just listen. Just breathe. Just breathe. Wherever you look, the universe manifests itself. When you look away, it ceases to be, and yet it never was. In every face that you perceive is your face, happy and sad, light and dark, scary and beautiful. You are here. You are there. You are both here and there, but neither here nor there. Around you, everything is in constant emotion, and yet nothing moves, and still it moves. For whatever is also not, and whatever not is, and whatever is, and whatever is not at one and the same time. Whatever deemed to be true is true, whatever is false, but whatever is true is false, and wherever truth is, falseness exists. False is true at one and the same time. In this relative illusion, you are separate from everything else, and you are everything else in the universe. Whatever exists rests in you. Whatever does not exist rests in you. You rest in everything that exists. You rest in everything that does not exist. For nothing exists that does not exist, and nothing does not exist that exists. You appear to have both an end and a beginning. Yet there is no end to you and no beginning, yet you have both a beginning and an end. You appear to be you, and yet you are me, and yet you are not you, and you are not me. You are anyone else and not anyone else. You are all the objects you perceive around you, and you are not any of these objects. The relative world is your multiplicity, and the world is your unity. You are the multiplicity of the world, and you are the unity of the world. All separations do not exist, and yet everything that exists is separate within this physical realm. Rest in the silence. The silence that is not silence. The noise within the silence, the sounds within the stillness. Be at peace. Be at peace. Stay here in this space. Allow the vibration, not vibration, of the mantra. The sounds that are not sounds that cause motion on the eardrum. Waves of vibration through the air. Slowly and with gentleness for your being, allow yourself to gently return. Allow the polarities of your existence to come back into being. Allow the light to again impact on the light receptors of your eyes. You are here, not here. Presently aware, aware of the present. Be at peace. A beautiful hypnotic mantra. I love this particular induction. You know, it really points out to us that indeed everything in this physical realm flitters in and out of existence, is and not is, appears, disappears. Everything changes. Everything is different, and yet it is all the same, all recurring, just like the wheels surrounding a central hub. So is the circle, the wheel of samsara. Much love to you all this morning. Allow yourself today to see the truth of the ever-changing form that you are, ever-evolving, See this today. Release yourself from it. Watch with interest and joy as you are brought to newer and newer experiences in every moment. Much love, namaste to you all, and wishes for a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll see you tonight.